Green 18. Hey, 626. Green 18.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, high 7. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Green 18. Alpha. Ford is Mike. Jim.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, team 6.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, He might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Caught by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Stafford. Throwing deep for Golladay. A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 90. Wolf. You. Check 13. Check 13. Check back. Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's complete to Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep up. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our cameraman, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Let's go.
Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Lions, nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
59.
From the 29, Stafford. Jones has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On first down, it's Sanders. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
There you are. Middle. Check 43. Out.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 7.
So we got man.
Hey, Corbin.
He's checking crab.
Zero.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They come up in an offset eye. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now a carry for Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Go wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw, it's Rodgers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action, now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
30. 25 to Mike. We'll go. Hey, echo. Come on.
And instead, they want to throw it on play action. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You can't block me. You learn. Hey, wahoo. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
Throwing again. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
One. Double right. We're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 25, check 25, check 25.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, Rodgers. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Set, 180, alert! Time to go, night. Here we go. Hey, give me radar. 11.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 97 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
This is Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Go! 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Here we go, D. Can I get it?
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. Box it. Wipe up. Check 49.
And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. I'm here all day. Hey, Bravo. We got 25 to Mike. Come, flip it down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Get 2, fellas, let's go.
We got 25 to Mike.
Watch the screen.
Hey, 25 to Mike.
2nd and 15. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a first down carry by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's got his man Sharp complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Watch 12. Watch 12. Hey, 626.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike, yeah, Liz. Hey, exit.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again the Packers, they're back out in front.
Makes the score Packers 17, Lions 13.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
25-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Here's Stafford. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
50-50. Hey, high 7.
Stafford on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Check 24, check 24.
Hey, 50.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Alpha.
To the air again, Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Prater for the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
C6.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
Get 300. Hey, Delta.
My 40. It's a party now.
Yeah, Liz. Check 3. Hey, 399.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
He'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They bring Rashaan Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 30. Yeah. 51, Mike. Mike 51. It's coming this way. Here we go. 50.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
61, matchbox lights. Cross.
On 1st down, Stafford here. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got?
They'll run. It's Sanders. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Packers 24, Lions 20. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel. Bang, bang, bang. Also over here. Smooth.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On second down, it's Jones. 12 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Come on, let's go!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Hey, 22!
One last throw here for Stanford. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, we were on hand for a fun,